What's up, Jones? It is your girl, Unitedly Random, and we're talking about the Trisha Paytas situation. You know, my girl. She had her wedding, and I was really happy for her. I think the wedding was very beautiful. And, you know, her wedding and Ethan just brought up a whole lot of drama. Like, drama that's already been here, but it's like having a resurgence. So I think I'm just going to just randomly share my thoughts about that right after this intro.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
So my girl opened up her mouth. She finally spoke up, and let me tell you, I feel like, you know, because going on the internet has not been fun at all. Like, I used to go on Reddit, and, you know, I used to be a part of the Frenemies 2 group, and I used to be a part of all the other groups. Why? Because I recognized in the very beginning that the subreddits were highly monitored, so they weren't posting things about how Trisha may have done anything wrong. And that's the thing. I wanted to see it from both points of views. But quickly, very soon, that became very toxic. Like, people just creating Reddit pages just to hate on Trisha Paytas. And I mean, like, toxic. Oh my goodness, there's someone out here. Let me just run away. Oh no, I broke my mask. Anyway, like, I mean toxic. I had to run away, like, you guys. YouTuber, but I ain't had that level yet, baby. And so it just really made me very anxious to go on the site after a while. It was more talking about, I look like a thumb, but it was more talking about Trisha's weight. It was more talking about just things that Trisha can't really change, making fun of her in those subreddits, and it got really disgusting. It got disgusting to the point where I started speaking out about, like, hey, you guys, you know, you cannot like someone without becoming a bully, and that would always be the comeback to me bringing up these things would always be, well, you know, Trisha Paytas is a bully, so, like, we don't have to respect her and stuff like that. And I never really understood where people were coming from. Like, I thought it was a whole lot of projection. And I did a video about that. All this projection is nothing but a reflection. But, not specifically in the Trisha Paytas point of view, but I just think that humans tend to project. Now, I go all the way around. If you guys are new, I'm a type of rambler, ADHD. Check out the videos and where I wash my face while using the Trisha Paytas skin product, which, by the way, did not burn my skin. So someone needs to, you know, speak out about, you know, that, I think. But and I have sensitive skin, and I had no problem just slapping those products on. But it just got so bad. And I mean, it got so bad to the point that people were threatening to dox me. People just were threatening me in general. I was being called out of my name. Specifically, I think because I was black. Like, people were like, oh yeah, you're this, and that. If I have any of the things saved, I'll post them. But since Frenemies closed down, I can't really go back and pull all of the archives of people just attacking me just for saying, hey, you guys, why do you keep bullying this person? Okay, because even if it wasn't Trisha Paytas, if it was someone else, this behavior is bullying. And if you don't like this behavior being done by someone else, well, why would you then mimic that behavior? It didn't make sense to me. I don't know what people who hate Trisha Paytas have in mind when they go and attack people for just saying, like, for me, I've made posts where I was just like, oh yeah, I like her outfit, in which people will start to be very negative underneath the outfit and be like, oh, you're a piece of crap because you like Trisha Paytas and stuff like that. And I'm just like, in this comment alone, I just gave her a compliment about her outfit, and now it turns into very quickly me being berated on the internet. And it's something that I've seen happen from time to time, and only twice have I been able to, like, get to someone and just be like, yeah, I know that you don't like Trisha Paytas, and I'm not telling you to like Trisha Paytas. I'm just saying, hey, why are you attacking me? Because I do. Because we hold different points of view. And each of the times people kind of give me like, well, I don't understand how you can like Trisha Paytas. And I'm just like, well, do you really want to know? And if you guys really want to know, I don't have any problems with letting you guys know why I like Trisha Paytas. But I think it's sprinkled across my channel. And the very core of it is Trisha Paytas is the YouTuber that I want to be. Minus all of the controversies, you know what I'm saying? Because, I could do without. But, like, also, I want to be able to be open and loud and be successful just being myself. And, like, there's something beautiful about an adult remaking certain songs and making music videos and just, prancing around. And, like, I love it. I love the energy. It makes me happy, right? I definitely wasn't one of Trisha Paytas' fans back when she started. I didn't see the things that she was doing while she was doing it, right? The racist remarks and stuff like that. And I do kind of wish that she did leave it up so I could go back and like watch it. But I know there's archives. I could sit down and actually watch all of her content and come up with a point of view from that. But in general, I just see the past actions that Trisha Paytas may have made as her being ignorant. And I do think that in the future that she needs to listen more to the communities. Like when the people are like, hey, this makes me a little uncomfortable, the Jewish people, when she's doing the Hanukkah dances and whatnot. I mean, I think that she should like pause and listen a little bit, but also anything that she does makes the other, community uncomfortable. Her existing makes communities uncomfortable. So I think that it's really hard to know if these are legit criticisms or they're just criticisms because Trisha Paytas is the one who's doing it. And I think that's the issue that we're coming up with. Um, that I think that could be the reason why things are so iffy right now, because it's just like, well, people just hate me, so like this and this and that. And especially if you see other people do a certain action and then when you do it you get called out for it, it's like, well, you guys have already been calling me out. How can I take this as you really want me to do right and this and this and that? I am so orange right now. I'm sorry, but how can I take this as you want me to do right and this and this and that if everything I do will never make you happy? So I understand that and I recognize that, and it's just a weird topsy-turvy type of thing. I was talking to someone earlier this week about like why do they have a problem with Trisha Paytas? And he was like, I don't really know her, but I hear that she talks publicly about like sensitive things. And I'm just like, that's the main reason why I like Trisha Paytas. I've opened up about my trauma timeline on my YouTube channel, where I talk about how my brother did some things that he probably shouldn't have did to me when I was 10, and how I've been sexually harassed and violated on numerous occasions, all before I turned 18, of age, while I was still a kid. These things were happening to me. And so I opened up about it on my channel just to talk about my experience. And it's really interesting because if people dislike, that's a certain thing that people dislike about Trisha Paytas. Like, oh no, don't open up about things that happen to you on the internet. People are going to hate me because I'm going to be open about it all. You feel me? So it's really interesting. And also, like, I think that I come from this point of view because when I was in middle school, I was bullied a lot. Like, I was not like people would jump me to get into gangs, supposedly. Like, I couldn't go to the last day of middle school to the last day because it was like parties and stuff like that. My mom would not let me go because there was a rumor that everybody was going to jump me. Like, they were going to team up and they were like, yes, we're going to beat her ass today. And like, it was just very frustrating because my mom literally woke up my little sister and took her to school, like literally, because my school was right across the street. She took my little sister to school and let me sleep in, okay, right? And the thing is, the day before I begged her to let me go to school, she did not let me go to school. I think about that from time to time, y'all. I just be going on rambles. But anyway, it's just really frustrating to see the toxicity, and also just existing, and just we certain people just can't exist and be like, oh, I think that dress looks cute on her, or yay, her wedding actually looks pretty nice to me, everybody was talking about like how corny it was for them to sing, and I'm just like, come on, corny is nice. Like, I like corny, so it's just sweet, and like, I'm the dad jokes type of person. I like corny. Corny is the type of humor that I go for instead of pulling people down. And I feel like Ethan has that type of humor where it's just pulling people down and it's just toxic and it doesn't feel nice. And I don't know how long it can continue, because like, I think always inviting that toxicity into your life brings you down. I mean, look at Trisha Paytas. Like, she invited a lot of toxicity into her life, and look where she is right now. I think it is a little bit overblown at this point. Everybody's like, I've had my black card, me as a black person had my black card be revoked because I like Trisha Paytas. They're like, not on Beyonce's internet. And I'm just like, wait, what? Like, but yeah, not on Beyonce's internet should I be allowed to have my own opinion. It's really interesting because for me, I originally started this off in the gray area. Someone told me that Trisha Paytas was racist. I never was like, no, she not. Because I personally did not see any of that stuff because I came in during the frenemies thing. And I just kind of worked off of what I saw on frenemies, right? Because the past is still attached to her, but like, y'all bringing up things that was like 10 years ago, and they're like, yeah, this is her right now, and I'm just like, that is not her right now, because I can tell you some things that I did 10 years ago, and and I'm only 25. When I was 15, like, things that I would do, and I think that it's just weird. It's a weird place to be. I've had videos in which I talk about how Trisha Paytas just makes sense to me sometimes. When she's talking about, the wrestling and whatnot, and how I can see, I guess the reason that I have a lot more compassion in my heart for Trisha Paytas is because I truly do see myself when I look at Trisha Paytas. And it hurts a little bit to see so many people be so hateful for someone who's just trying to be themselves. So many people trying to tear someone down, and it's just like legitimately, they will create their whole page, their whole identity on the internet, specifically on Reddit, is to pull them down. Nothing else but to hate on Trisha Paytas, and it's sad. And it's toxic, and it's just gross, and they will attack you for disagreeing. And I mean, not like, oh yeah, I'm calling them out of their name and being really rude. I'm just saying, hey, well, that's not really nice. And like, as soon as you disagree with them on the internet, they get so toxic, they get so nasty. Like I said, I've been threatened to be doxxed and all that. And I'm just like, well, in my head, you can't really dox me because I'm already open on my YouTube channel. You can't really dox me because, I'm just a very open person. Like, I'm just here. And so, but it's just very interesting to see everything that has been happening, and the people and the reactions and the hate that I get just by not holding the same opinions as most of everyone else. Now, I'm sorry that this is orange. I was just rambling, but I'm just really happy that Trisha Paytas did speak out. Even though I don't think that this is going to help at all. I think that Ethan's just going to continue to be who he is, and I just hope that Trisha continues along the path of, enlightenment. I hope that she continues along the path of trying to find peace. I'm just really happy that she got married, and I'm really happy about the day. Like, I was trying to guess which day she was going to get married on my TikTok page. I was like, y'all, I'm going to call it. And it didn't really dawn on me until I think a couple hours before the day or something that it was really like, it's this time. Because originally she was like, it's later in the month. I see you, chick. I see you, girl. You was throwing me off the scent. But all in all,